Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the visa retrogression. Yes, you heard me. So it's not new that there has been a retrogression to the EB3 visa category. EB3, I mean employment-based visa category 3. So I'm not gonna talk more about the different employment categories or different visa categories. I'm just gonna focus on the topic at hand, which is a retrogression. So yeah, a retrogression that is ongoing most times is caused due to situations where the yearly limit of that visa category is exceeded, or when there is more demand to this visa than there is a supply. It's almost the same thing. So this EB3 visa, it's used mostly by skilled workers, professionals, and others. So that is why it's affecting nurses because they fall into that category. So yes, like I said, the cause is due to an increase the demand and there is a supply, or when the yearly limit for that country or the region has been exceeded. Now, when retrogression happens, because this is not the first time it's happening. I know during my time when I was in the process of coming into the US, or the immigration process, whatever you call it, there was a retrogression which eased off, and then this happening again. So it's not it's something that happens. It's not like it's a new development. Um, what I would say, or what I would encourage nurses to do at this time of retrogression, is to keep yourself informed. Um, Visit the USCIS site. Get information. It's like getting a first-hand information, not when someone says this, someone says that. At the end of the day, they may mix up things, or they may omit something. Logging into the USCIS site, you get the information about the retrogression. You get information about how many visas is being issued monthly, you know, and then know your priority date. This priority date is the date which your petition was filed to the USCIS. So this determines if you will get visa first or last, or however, because how they do it is a first in first out thing. So if your priority date is December 1st, you most likely be eligible to go file for visa before someone that has a priority date, that comes after yours. So yeah, know your priority date, follow the visa bulletin. It's usually released monthly. And then keep in touch with your agency or your employer. They'll give you better information. They may say, oh, it's time to do this. Let's go ahead and do this. I know reading the visa bulletin, from the USCIS site, gives you, tells you, oh, which dates will be attended to next, or which dates will soon be current. Yeah, that's what it does. But keeping in touch with your employer, they work with immigration lawyers, so they're able to tell you, okay, let's not waste our time waiting for this. Let's proceed to do this or do that. If there's something you need to pay for, if there is any other thing that can be done, while we're waiting for your status to be current, they will tell you, let's go ahead and do it, so that by the time you become current, there's no other thing delaying you. You can proceed to, applying for your visa. So yeah, keep in touch with either the agency or the hospital, uh, you know, whichever one you work with. And then it's also an opportunity or a time for nurses to save money. Yes, save money, since within this time or this time I will be traveling. So make it a routine, or make it a habit to save towards your journey to the USA. I know agencies, they usually give you like a financial expectation that an amount of money they want you to have at least. If you are coming by yourself, you should have at least, I think, 1,200. If you are coming in with family, depending on the number of your family members, they tell you, oh, for each family member, there'll be an additional 500 or 1,000. I'm just making an estimate. It doesn't mean that those are, correct or accurate. Yeah. So they'll tell you at least have this amount when you're coming in. So the essence of giving you those information is so that you can save towards it, so that you are not like surprised when it's time to travel and they tell you, oh, we're gonna pay for your rent for 1 month, and you'll be like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? So yeah, you have to save. Learn to save towards your journey. Another thing is do not keep your life on hold. Yes, I'll say live life. Because sometimes I say sometimes when we are waiting for something, um it may be an unconscious act. We shut off every other thing because of one thing that we are waiting for that has not matured or that is not working yet. So we shut off every other thing in our life and we just sit and wait for this one thing that we don't even know when it's going to happen. That's why I say live life. Doing that will leave you in a lot of frustration. Live life. If you're still, if it's, you should still have your job. You're encouraged to resign at least a month to your travel date. Keep your job. Keep contact with friends because at this time in your life, you need people that will even distract you from whatsoever that is happening around you. Keep contact with friends. If you wanna have a baby, go ahead, get pregnant, and get pregnant, have your baby. Don't say, oh, I have to wait until this, except you feel like, oh, I need to have all my children in the US, then no problem. But if you don't really necessarily have to do that, go ahead, have that baby. So live life, that's what I'll say, because this waiting period can be trying. It's a period of a lot of uncertainty. So don't shut your life down because you are waiting. So yeah. And then there's good news. Yes, I wouldn't talk about this without mentioning that the new fiscal year starts October 1st. So from October 1st, we are hoping that everyone becomes current. Yeah, but what the new fiscal year means is that at that time there is more than enough visas. So there's like release of new visas. Because you can remember, I mentioned that there is a limit. There's a yearly limit to visas. So from October 1st, let's assume the intention of the U.S. government is to release 10,000 visas to Nigeria. So from October 1st, it means 10,000 visas will be available. So what happens when we have this? Everybody's case, will be attended to fast. Or will I say everybody becomes current because, yeah, there are visas. So why keep them? Why make it slow? Why cause delay? Everyone go ahead, apply for your visa. So that is the expectation we have. That's what we're expecting to happen. So yeah, it's something to be hopeful for. So yeah, keep hope alive because the retrogression is gonna be over in a twinkle of an eye. So, but sometimes it may not make everyone current. It just depends on how many people are on queue. But the expectation is that yeah, everyone becomes current. So yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed, and let's see how things go. That'll be all for this video. Write your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and like and subscribe if this video was useful.